Hey and welcome. It's Swanson here, and I'm going to guide you through a short routine you can do for your knees. This will help warm up your knees, help relieve some aches and pains, and strengthen around the joint. But as always, don't do anything that hurts or increases any pain that you're currently experiencing. So I want you to start on a wall with your back against the wall. So find a clear space on a wall that you could use. It could even be a closed door. You don't need that much space. So try to get your back against the wall, feet are hip distance apart, and not every part of the back of your body is going to touch the wall. That's not the point. Just use the wall for some support. Imagine you're leaning back into the wall. So for some of us, that means we can put our head, the back of the head on the wall. If that means you're like this, don't worry about it. I don't want you to strain your neck to get there. And try to press your shoulder blades into the wall. Imagine you're leaning back. You can bring your hands, the back of your hands against the wall to help you. And stand tall. Make sure you're not locking into your knees. The knees are soft. The wall is helping support you, taking a little pressure off of them. Notice how your body feels, how your feet feel. Maybe even close your eyes for a moment. Notice what it's like to be supported, allowing that softness in your knees. And gently bend your knees and drop down a little and then come up. So you're just gonna kind of bounce here a little, just a subtle bend and straighten. Do this several times just to warm up the knees. And then come up and we are going to turn around. So the hands are against the wall and you walk your hips back a little bit. Feet are about hip distance apart. You could be up a little higher if that's more comfortable at your hips, or you could hinge down at your hips all the way down to about 90 degrees. I don't want you to go any further than that. There's no need, but about 90 degrees would be the furthest place you would go. And you can bend your knees a little here, and then bend one knee and then the other. Warming up your knees. Warming up the back of your body. Do this movement slowly so you can get more feedback to your brain, so you can really check in with your knees. Now, look to where the floor meets the wall ahead of you and step your right foot forward into a lunge. Bring the toes really close to the wall as if they're about to touch the wall, or maybe they're touching. The back foot can be on the ball mound of the foot, or you could bring it down at an angle, whatever's more comfortable for you. I like to be more on the ball mound, but you really want to have hip distance between your feet. So you don't want to be walking a straight line. You want to widen as if your feet are on train tracks, on either side of the train tracks. You also get to choose how low you go. You could be quite upright, or you could come back and be quite low in the pose. So find what feels right for you. Front knee is directly over the ankle. I don't want it forward of the ankle like this, directly over the ankle. So once you've found the position that's right for you, take your hands and imagine you're pulling them down on the wall. Feel how that gets you a little bit taller. Make sure your back knee is not locked either. There's a little softness in your back knee. And feel how strong your legs are holding you here. Feel how when you gently pull down with your hands, you rise up. Your spine gets a little taller, your head floats up. Now, optional, you can lift your left arm off the wall into a little tiny bit of a back bend here. You can place it back, step back to downward facing dog. Once again, you can bend one knee and then the other. Check in with your legs. You can be down low or a little bit higher. It's all the same. Now, step your left foot forward into the lunge. Make sure you have that train tracks distance between your legs. Make sure that your front knee is directly over your ankle, not in front of it. And find the position for your back foot that feels comfortable for you. Then pull your hands down to feel yourself rise up. Notice your breath. Remember, you can always make the stance a little bit smaller or larger based off of what feels right for your body. Optional, lift your right arm off the wall into a tiny bit of a back bend. Feel the strength of your legs supporting you, grounding down as you rise up. And then hand back to the wall, step back to your downward dog, either up higher or down to 90 degrees. Last time, bend one knee and then the other, feeling the backs of your legs. And then step forward, step by step, until you come upright. We'll bring her back to the wall once again, and this time you're gonna sit on the wall, just like you're sitting in a chair. So this is a much safer way to do a squat. You're gonna come down with your back against the wall and your knees are over your ankles. For knee pain, this can be a lifesaver as far as going into a squat position is concerned. It takes the pressure off of the joint structures. And so you want to make sure that the knees are directly aligned over the ankles, once again, not in front of them. That's the benefit of being against the wall like this. You can be upright, quite high if you'd like. Even just a little bend can start to strengthen. Or you could, in theory, be all the way down to 90 degrees, but make sure you feel nice and stable, no socks on a slippery floor. You're welcome to wear shoes if that makes you feel more stable. Either way, find a place that's right for you. I'm gonna go somewhere in between the two. Spread your toes, place them down, check in with your knees over your ankles, press your back into the wall, and you can even close your eyes. If it's okay for the back of your head to press into the wall, you can do that, but I don't want you to strain your neck to do so. Definitely press those shoulder blades back into the wall and remember that you can come out of this anytime you need to, because it should start to feel like quite a bit of strengthening happening around your thighs. Feel your thighs, check in with them. Feel them awake. And then we'll slowly come out of it. To come out of it, you walk your hands up the wall, step by step coming in. Shake it out. So we're gonna do this 2 more times. Choose how low you wanna go to be able to stay around that same amount of time. You can stay up higher or go lower. Just check in and make sure your knees are over your ankles, not in front of them. Or it may even be more comfortable if they're slightly behind them. Check in with what feels right for your knees, either directly over or slightly behind the ankle. And find this position and then pause here. So I want you to find a neutral spine. To find that, we're gonna arch our back, sticking the ribs out, creating a lot of space between the low back and the wall, and then flatten it, squeeze the low belly in, get rid of that space between the low back and the wall. And then go back and forth between those 2 movements until you find the middle way, where you have a little bit of space between your low back and the wall, but your ribs are not sticking out. Find this stability, pause here. Notice your breaths. If you ever need to come out early, you're welcome to listen to your body. And 2 more breaths, if that's okay for you, for your knees. And then come on up, come out of it. Shake it out a little bit. I'm gonna do it one more time. You choose how low you go. I don't want you to go to a place where you're gonna be hating me tomorrow. I want you to listen to your body. So find that place that's right for you. And this time, I want you to imagine you have a ball between your thighs. And if you have a ball around, you could use that or a folded pillow between your thighs. And you're going to imagine you're squeezing it in. So your knees still stay parallel, but I'm squeezing in. Keeping that neutral spine, a little bit of space between the low back and the wall, but not too much. Shoulder blades press back. Feel that activation. Notice your breath. Feel the wall supporting you. Feel the strength building in your thighs and your legs, and the muscles supporting your knees, which can help improve function, which may help you reduce pain. You don't want to feel any sharpness or pain while you're in it. You can always come out of it a little if you do, but you should feel those muscles working. There's that sort of awakeness, aliveness, maybe even the thigh muscles burn a little bit. That's okay, but I don't want you to feel pain in your knee joint. Any increased pain is not what we want. All right, come on out of it. Come on out of it. Shake it out. Bounce it out. And we'll end the way we started with the back against the wall. Pause. You're welcome to also sit down. If you really need a break, that's totally fine. Either way, just come to stillness and feel. Feel the strength in your legs. They should feel a little tired. That's good. It means you're getting stronger. And take a few moments to rest here. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you liked this video, please click subscribe and feel free to comment below. I love hearing from you.